Welcome back to these videos I'm putting on of the 2026 grazing season. I've just ran a new wire and we're going to walk back and let the cows in. The reason I'm predominantly walking today is because our wonderful ranger ran out of gas right when I got back here. Here's our beautiful gamma grass, but can't blame it. You can only blame the guy that forgot to put gas in it. So here I am. But we're going to go ahead and walk back. I made kind of a weird line fence today just to get around some stuff and if I could hook it up in a good spot or two. It probably needs to be adjusted here and there, but we can do that real quick. It won't take long. Like here's a low spot, which is pretty typical across a ridge like this. So I'll just go ahead and add extra posts and then get back with you guys. And just like that, we've got it. So now we'll head on back. Got a lot of red clover out here. Got some Indian grass straight ahead. A lot of fescue and other cool season varieties. Got that fence wrapping around at a pretty nice little turn there. This is about a ½ acre worth of grass. And you can see the cows, they're ready. We're actually strip grazing this. The mineral feeder is way down there and we will pull it forward when we get gas. There it is, you could barely see it. And there's one animal coming out of the creek. There's just a small crossing there. They don't have access to much of the creek. We've been keeping them out of it mostly. But they strip graze across this because we don't have a good water source going this way. So we just got to strip graze across it and do the best we can and then get off of it pretty quick so they don't overgraze something. We're in a short area right here, but it gets better down there and it's really good at the foot of this hill. It's better than what they just come off of, which is surprising. About 17 inches of grass, so like I say, we could put them on just about a ½ acre today. That's really good when you can put them on a ½ acre. That's actually really great because that's going to help us a bunch. I'm trying to get 50 days of rest on this rotation. We're at currently 105 days of grazing, and we've averaged about, this is our third pass through everything, so about 35 days worth of rest. I'd like to get a couple more personally, but it is working right now, but it has been awfully dry, so we could use some extra rest. And now the trick is getting this thing to pull off here and then hook that. You see that hot end of that handle, it'll make all of this hot going back that way. And that will keep our cows in. See what we can do. I'll either get shocked or do a good demonstration of how to do this. So. And they put this little handle on it. I guess that is better, but there it is. You can hear it snap. That's good. All right, got it. But that little handle right there, that little notch in it, kind of makes it tough to do. But we got it, and we're in shade finally. It's about 100 degrees today, so it's good to have ground cover. It's one of the principles of soil health, to keep good ground cover. Even where we drove, we laid a lot of stuff over, and that's what the cows will do, and they'll graze. And this isn't even one of the better spots, really. There's some bare ground you can just barely see. But when you start to get down here a little more, there's not so much bare ground. And I wish that a lot of this field was all gamma grass, and we're getting some more. That would really be nice. We could summer graze this backfield so good. But we're getting there. We're making progress on that. But you can see I'm walking through some pretty good stuff. It is important to have that ground cover. I know they'll tear it up a little bit, but we're expected to get some 70-degree days and a little bit of rain, hopefully. We hope. And that should really help us out. So we can go ahead and turn these girls in now with next to our ranger that's completely out of gas. Like I said, this is 105 days. I was going to do a 100th day video, but didn't get a chance to do that. So you guys get to be here for day 105. Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! So we're just going to pan around here, and we're going to walk this wire this direction. I'm going to let them in. Come on! Come on! Come on, girls! And they'll eventually get the idea. They've been a little bit stubborn in this heat, but I don't blame them. I'm surprised they're even out here right now. Come on! They'll figure it out soon enough, but Let's see. I saw one cow show a little interest. Here you go. Before we turn those girls in, look at that grass. That is good ground cover. I mean, it's hard to get down below that. That'll suppress some moisture. Keep it in. Come on! 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 They'll eventually get it figured out. They're taking their time, but they know not to step on that typically either, except for calves. They'll kind of run through it, so we'll want to go ahead and get it moved so they won't do that. But come on, here's our first biter right here. She's taking a little bit of fresh grass. If I did it right, they won't stand at the gate too long. They'll run to as far as they can go, just to show that that's a good sign that they're really not very hungry. That's kind of what you want to see. I mean, you want them to start grazing, but you want them to roam around a little bit and kind of show you that they're not starving anyways. So here we go. We're gonna get them to come now. Come on, girls. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. And we'll have a few more days of rest before we get back on more grass. Back on the 4th trip through, we'll have a little more rest. We'll probably average somewhere in the neighborhood of 36, 37 days of rest by the time we get done with this, which is, I'd like 40, 45, 50. If any kind of extra rest you can get is great, but we're just gonna take what we have and be thankful for it, and pray for some more rain, that's for sure. There we go. This girl here, she don't care about us too much. There's a couple more flies on them right now than what there has been, but they're really pretty clean. I'm hoping some dragonflies will move in and take care of some of those. There probably is if you look close enough out here. There we go. We've got the herd moving now. Look at them go. Got some good calves. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and go roll this up. More gamma grass. We're in the thick of it right there. And if it wasn't hot, I'd go ahead and take it off the post, but it's a little spicy right now, probably in the 7s, and I don't want to touch that. That's good though, that's where we want it to be. And you can see yesterday's graze. Some milkweed there that they kind of knocked over, but I don't think it'll be harmed too bad. Yesterday's graze, today's graze. They put a little hurting on it, but I really like how they tromp some of that in. That's a good sign. A little bare ground here I'd like to take care of, but that was from where we set a mineral feeder and it got muddy. They worked their way around it. At least it's just a small spot. Probably have quite a few weeds next year in it. But you can see where you get bare ground like that, it really shows in a hurry in a drought. But there's our herd grazing away. There's our dead ranger. And here's our fence. So you know what I have to do now. Roll this up and take the long walk back in the heat. So thank you guys for watching. Day 105, like I said, 17 inches of grass. And it's going to get poorer from here on out because we got a really raw old hill we're working on. So we're going to end up getting some bigger paddocks coming up. So thanks for watching, and I'll keep posting videos. I have some sheep updates too eventually. They were doing really good. I've got some pretty good grass and weeds, if you would call them that, but the sheep like them. And we just look forward to keep moving everything and get some rain and really go late into the grazing season. But look at that gamma grass right there. I'll leave you on that note. Look how much bigger it is than everything else out here. Boy, that's what we need more of across this field. And we're getting more of it. You could sow a solid stand and that would probably be a little quicker, but I hate to tear up what grass we have out here, so we're just kind of letting it establish itself naturally across here. But boy, look at the grass, look how much taller it is, how much extra forage. It may not be quite as good protein when it's starting to get that big and go to seed and quite as good a quality of forage, but they're grazing it and they're getting some clover with it, so I think they're going to be okay. So like I said, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and come back and see these crazy cows and crazy grazer just keep on moving the herd. So we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.